Hello everybody and welcome to this video powered by EcoGreen Energy. I'm Nicolas, Marketing Director of EcoGreen Energy, and today I will introduce you a brand and factory and also a range of products. Okay. So first of all, about the internal and external aspect of our business. So EcoGreen Energy, the main point is to bring quality and reliable product at a good price to the market. So what we have done, we have bring all European and French process of production to a factory here in China to make sure that we can bring a good quality product. Also, in the other hand, we pay a lot of attention to the account management. So this is why we have recruited a multicultural team with, for example, sales manager from Kazakhstan, from Peru, from Mexico, from Brazil, from France, to make sure that we can well follow the order of our clients. About a factory, so some key figures. Here, so we have in a factory in China two production lines. One semi-automotive, which we will produce a small PV module, mainly for lighting company, and also a full automotive factory, which we will produce like high efficiency PV module. Our factory production capacity is around 300 megawatt per year. Okay? So far, we have done around 47 projects in 70 different countries worldwide. Here is an example of some type of client we used to work with, such as, for example, EPC company. So you can find EPC companies such as Socometra NG, who is like a really well-known and part of the branch NG. We work also with importers and distributors, such as Idyllic in Nigeria and Forsen in Poland. We work also with companies which are not in the solar business, such as Syscom, for example, in Mexico. Here some example of partners with who we used to work, such as Synergy, for example, in Mexico, SBS Solar in South Africa, IBC Solar in Netherlands, Syscom in Mexico, Socometra NG in New Caledonia, and Forsen, for example, in Poland. A key point that is really important in the solar PV module, for the solar PV module manufacturers, it's the certificate. So of course we have international certificate such as TUV and CE for international and Europe. We have also UL and FIDE for North America. We have Inmetro and Letier for Brazil and Colombia. And we have also SASO and CQC for Saudi Arabia and China, for Middle East. So here is a presence worldwide. So as I mentioned before, we have done projects in more than 70 countries around the world, and we have 21 distributors for the moment in different parts of the world, as you can see on the map behind me. Now, the second part, we will focus more in the internal aspect of a business, mainly the factory. Okay. So about the factory, we have a factory of 9,000 square meters, which we can produce, the production capacity is 300 megawatts, as I mentioned before. Also, we are flexible in terms of packaging and also production, so you can do like you can start to do from a 20 GP container with us. And we have, as I mentioned before, strict process of production and quality control because we are using European norms that we bring into a factory in China. And our factory is based in Nantong, Jiangsu, so it's around 1.5 hours from Shanghai. So now I will introduce you 4 key machines that are really important in the production of solar PV module. First machine that is really important, the welding machine. So the brand with whom we are working, it's AutoWeld, which It's also used in other big tier 1 factories such as GA Solar, Suntech, Trina Solar, or Jinko, for example. The main point of this welding machine is it's really important to have really strong process for this machine, because if you don't have a strong process, you can face some hotspot, okay? And the hotspot can lead, so it will increase the temperature of your panels, and it can lead to around 20% decrease of efficiency compared to standard panels without hotspot. So this is why here its machine is very important. Second machine that is very important, of course, is the EL test. The EL test will allow you to see the radio of the panels. So you will be able to see if the quality of the cells used to produce your panels is good quality. So this is why when you order solar panels, and especially when you order solar panels from China, it's really important that you can get the EL test report for all the panels that you bought and for all your order, okay? Third machine that is very important, of course, the lamination machine. So it's very important also to have a strong process of production for the lamination. So for example, for us, we keep our panels during 19 minutes at a temperature of 152 degrees to make sure that the panels are well tight and watertight. Okay? If your panel is not well tight and watertight, it can lead to corrosion and then after to delamination or oxidation of your panels. The fourth machine that is also really important, so this one, it's a sorting out panels machine which will sort out the panels by colors and by power, okay? To make sure that in your containers and in your pallet you will have uniform colors, panels and power. Now another point that is very important, it's the bill of material. So on the bill of material you can see all the layout of the panels, such as the glass, the EVA, the cells of course, the EVA again, the backsheet and the aluminum frame. Okay? So all these raw materials are really important and are key points to make sure that your panels is good quality. Most of people, when they talk about panels, they check, okay, is your cell grade A, grade B, thing like this. It's also very important, so the cells of course it's very important and represent around 60% of the efficiency of the panels, but the other raw material will have also a big importance of the lifespan and the efficiency of the panels. It's of course the case for the glass, for example. So in our case, the glass, the thickness it's around 3.2 millimeter, and we use anti-reflective coating glass to make sure to absorb as much light as possible. Then after you will have the EVA. The EVA it's also key point and really important. One thing that you need to check is the thickness and the grammage of the EVA. In our case, for example, we use a thickness of 0.5 to 0.6 millimeter EVA and a grammage of at least 422 grams per square meter. Okay, well important. Also, another point that is well important, it's of course the cells. You need to make sure that you work with grade A cells, but also about the frame. You need to make sure that the frame is also like good quality, so you need to check about the thickness of the frame and the weight of the frame. In our case, for example, the thickness it's always at least 1.5 millimeter thickness aluminum and a weight of more than 2 kilos, only for the frame. So now about a range of product. Here we have a first category of product that we call Helios. Inside Helios we have two types of panels, Helios Plus and Helios. So in Helios category we will find all our panels, half-cut set, half-cut cells, 9 bus bar. Okay? And inside we use two different types of cells. One cells which is 9 bus bar with 166 millimeter dimension of the cells, and second type of cells, 9 bus bar with 158 millimeter size. Okay? For Helios Plus, we are able to reach 450 watt with a dimension of 144 pieces of cells and the maximum of 380 watt with 120 cells. And for Helios, the maximum we can reach, it's 415 watt for 144 cells and 345 for 120 cells. Okay? The advantage of this type of panels is because it's half-cut cells, so it will reduce the intensity of the electricity between each cells, so it will increase the efficiency of the panels. Also, with this type of panels, you will be able to reduce the risk of microcracks and the risk of hotspot. So your panels will be more efficient. Second range of product that we have, it's called EOS. So in this case, we have two types of products, so EOS Poly and EOS Mono. Okay? And the maximum we can reach, so it's panels with 5 busbar cells, so full cells. And the maximum we can reach for EOS Mono, it's 400 watt, and for EOS Poly, 350 watt. Last category that we want to introduce to you today, it's what we call Black Series. Inside the Black Series, we have what we call Helios Black and EOS Black. Helios Black, it's with cells of 9 BB, okay, half-cut cells, and for EOS Black, it will be with mono 5 busbar full cells. Okay? This type of panels, we sell it a lot in north of Europe, such as Poland, of course, but also Germany, Belgium, France, and Sweden. Also, a key point that is really important and that we hear a lot, especially in Europe, it's about the bankability. So what we have tried to do here is to calculate Altman Z indicators. Okay, so these indicators, it's often used, and not only in the solar industry, by financial audit companies such as Bureau Veritas or KPMG, for example. And these indicators will let you know the risk of bankruptcy of a company. Okay? So for example, here we have calculated our own indicators and we reach here 3.97. Now, a bit more about the person who are working in a company. So of course, I will introduce you first CEO, Mr. Dalibor, who is come from France. Then after we have also Mr. Lubomir Gavrilovic, a sales director from Serbia. We have also Cindy, a purchase director from China. Here you have also myself, Nicolas, from France and marketing director of the company. You will find also Mr. Bill, who is the engineer in factory, and Mag, financial directors. About the timeline of EcoGreen Energy, so the company have been created in 2008. Then after, in 2013, we reached project in 40 different countries. In 2015, we start the production of a semi-automotive factory, and we were able to reach at that time 120 megawatt per year. In 2018, we celebrate, of course, a 10 years anniversary. And we also in 2018 build a full automotive factory, and we were able to reach 200 megawatts at that time. And now in 2020, we are able to reach around 300 megawatts per year. So here also about marketing. So marketing is really important for us, and because our goal is to bring some sales and marketing support to distributors and partners. How we proceed? First of all, we will provide what we call some marketing tools with containers, like brochure, data sheet, but also some outfit shirt. We have also some special jacket, helmet, t-shirt with the brand EcoGreen Energy. We can also provide some banners for you to put in your showroom, or if you are going to some exhibition. Also, another thing that we can do that is really important, it's training. We always provide training to our partners and distributors. Training can be directly in the office of a client. So for example, we did it in Morocco in last February, where we introduced the brand and we make training about a product, EcoGreen Energy, also about the cleaning and the maintenance of the panels to solar installation that our distributors invite. We can also do some online training with the sales team of distributors to help them to promote the brand EcoGreen Energy. We can also provide some digital marketing support, means that we will provide to you monthly a budget to promote the brand and your product online through different channels such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and also Google Ads. And here for the last part, so you have like some example of projects that we have done recently, such as, for example, 300 kilowatt project in Mexico. Also here, 400 kilowatt project in Mexico, 500 kilowatts. So all of these projects have been done at the end of 2019 or beginning of 2020. Here also 125 kilowatt installed in New Caledonia. You have also 50 kilowatt in Cambodia. So as you can see, we are really like an international company. Here's the same different project in South Africa, Netherlands, Ecuador, and South Africa also. Thank you everybody for listening this video, and if you have any question, you can of course send us email or visit us during the online fair in Poland. Thank you very much.